Welcome to another episode of Cooking for Wellness at NYU Langone Health. We are joined by a very special guest from our NYU Langone Hospital, Brooklyn, Chief of Neurosurgery, Dr. Erich Anderer. It is so great to have you here, Dr. Anderer.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
We were fascinated to see your philosophy of less is more in terms of surgery. Can you explain exactly what you mean by this?
So I typically try to design the smallest possible surgery to get the job done and really think of myself as the steward for them to essentially kind of work on getting themselves better.
At Cooking for Wellness, we strive to incorporate nutrition, exercise, and an overall holistic approach to wellness. Today, we are going to focus on calcium and vitamin D for bone health, potassium and magnesium as a muscle relaxant, and vitamins A, C, E, and K for overall healthy tissues and bones.
All really important for spine health.
We're going to make a hearty winter farro bowl with roasted baby beets, chickpeas, hazelnuts, and a turmeric tahini vinaigrette. So let's get started. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get started on our beets. So we preheat the oven to 350 degrees. They're gonna take about an hour to cook. So I'm gonna show a really easy way to deal with baby beets. Simply just snip a little bit off the bottom and leave about a ½ inch of the greens on top. Just gonna put them right into the pan.
I should be able to cut, right?
Yeah, there you go. So we're using baby golden beets, using red beets, and we're using candy cane pink beets. We're gonna cook our red beets separately from our yellow and our pink beets because they'll bleed in the cooking process. You'll end up with everything as a red beet. So we're just gonna add a little bit of the water to the pan just to allow for a little bit of steam to develop. We're gonna add them to the oven and let them steam for, like I said, just about an hour. While we wait for the beets to cook, we're gonna get started on our farro. Today, we're basically gonna cook like rice pilaf style. We're gonna start with a little bit of olive oil, and we're gonna actually toast the farro. We got 2 cups of farro. As you toast it in the olive oil, you'll actually develop like a nutty kind of complex aroma, and that's what we're looking for.
Sort of like a risotto, right?
Yeah. We have a couple of garlic cloves. We're just gonna crush it, literally throw them right in that pot. We're gonna use a vegetable broth. If you're not able to make a vegetable broth at home, look for the low sodium version, always. So we're gonna add a little bit of lemon zest, throw that right in there. Bring some nice acidity and really good flavor to it. But you wanna toast for, I would say, about 5, 6, 7 minutes. So it's looking good. So you can go ahead and add the vegetable broth. And I got some fresh thyme sprigs you can throw right in there.
Awesome.
So we're gonna let this come up to a simmer, put it nice and low, and then just let it cook about 15, 16, 17 minutes. While we do that, we're gonna go ahead and start on our vinaigrette. So what we did is we toasted off some sesame seeds. We're gonna start by making our own basic tahini. Add those right to the blender. We also had some mustard seed. We got some fresh turmeric. Now, I mean, the internet is just like frothing with health benefits of turmeric.
You have to think about it. I mean, it's been used in Ayurvedic medicine for thousands of years, but it's actually been linked to a lot of different things with respect to reducing inflammation, and even with certain brain conditions like depression.
It's also delicious.
It is very delicious.
Literally delicious. So don't worry about peeling it. Just take a simple tablespoon and just run it right down the back. So you can see how easy it is.
Wow.
Yeah, we're just gonna dump it right in. We're gonna add just a little tiny bit of olive oil just to help with the blending process.
Good source of the monounsaturated fat.
There you go. Okay, so while that spins, I have some fresh lemon juice, 2 whole lemons. We also have some raw honey. I gave you the hardest job of the day. You got it.
There
Perfect. Beautiful. Let's give it a little fresh pepper. That looks good, right?
Yeah.
A little bit of salt. Gonna put it down to a low speed. I'm just gonna slowly add the olive oil. Beautiful, all set. Okay, so our beets are out of the oven. So like we talked about earlier, beets are, loaded with antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, fiber, iron. Is there any link to beets and, brain, spinal health in general?
Well, actually, yeah. Beets have nitrates, which are really good for sort of vasodilation, which really helps to bring blood flow into the brain. So it's good to help prevent strokes, things like that. Also, they have copper and manganese, which are basic building blocks of neurotransmitters. So It does actually have a lot more going on for it than even the things that you had said, which is
amazing.
A lot. Yeah.
Wow. So I use a little bamboo skewer and I basically just poke them, and if they slide right out, you're ready to go. If you peel them right out of the oven with a towel, the peel literally just comes right off. Listen, this isn't brain surgery.
Brain surgery is not brain surgery.
So while you do that, I'm literally just gonna cut off each end and just cut it right in half. While we have you here, one of the #1 things you're constantly hearing, since you're a spinal surgeon, is back pain. Is there something you can do, nutrition and exercise wise to avoid? What's the story?
Well, I mean, I think generally the things that are good for your general health are good for your spine health as well. But I think the most important thing really is movement and keeping active. As soon as the acute phase is over, I would say it's really good to get back get back to your routine.
Sure. Okay, so I think our farro is just about ready to go. So I like to just put this out on a tray, let it cool a bit. Okay, so our farro's cooled off a nice little bit. We are ready to go. We have everything we need. So you wanna go ahead and put a little bit of farro in each bowl. I have some hearty radicchio and frisee, some of my favorite greens. Get some chickpeas, high protein, high fiber, excellent plant-based protein option, chickpeas. We got our candy cane beets, add some golden beets. Let's put some frisee. How about some red beets? Beautiful.
These are really pretty.
Yeah, I'm gonna dress it before I do the hazelnuts. Nice crunch, beautiful. Let's taste.
Those beets are great.
Yeah, beets are delicious, right?
Tastes as good as it looks.
So I really wanted to focus on beets today because I feel like a lot of people just don't feel they're approachable. So we showed you a very quick and easy way to get it done, get them peeled fast, cut easily. So Dr. Anderer, you have any final thoughts for us today?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I struggle myself sometimes with eating healthy with the job and kind of always on the go. And I try to put something green on the plate pretty much every time I have dinner.
That's right. Yep.
Right. One thing I usually tell a lot of people, which is something I'm guilty of myself a lot, is not overeating. It's all about portion control, smart snacking, and making sure that you eat a lot of vegetables.
Thank you so much for coming. Check out more episodes on our NYU Langone Health YouTube channel under the Healthy Lifestyle playlist.